Who needs outside funding if you can fix your close rate? And all that work you've done on product and marketing and everything else, you can finally take advantage of. So that close rate, it's not just close demos. It's a lead on the hook to a close. Or, how do you start to get in the range of, do I have a problem and where is it? There's no magic number for a demo close rate that works for everybody, or is there?
So there's not really a magic number that works for everybody for a demo close rate, but we do look at a minimum. If you're below 20% on your close rate, it's going to be really tough to scale. It's going to be very difficult to really start getting some traction to get exponential, because it's just your numbers are going to be a little upside down. So we look to be at least 20%. If you're under that, we got to fix something. Then we want to really start getting to growth numbers, 30, 33%, and then even 50%. One of my clients, Paul from the UK, was at 26%. We actually updated his discovery, and we can talk about that. He took off. He's at 87%. So obviously when you're closing almost 9 out of 10, that's ridiculous. But above 20% is the absolute minimum where you got to be.
And some of that is qualifying the ones who really aren't going to buy out of this process anyway before sales, and some of it's improving what you say and how you engage with people in the sales process, the demo, the qualifications, the diagnosis of their problems, and analyzing the buying process and so forth. And some of it's the mechanics of contracts and pricing and all of that. So what is a starting point for you? Because there's a ton of founders out there that say, I got a little revenue and I need to sell more. It's not just getting more leads. When they have enough leads, where do you start?
Yeah, it's a good question. Well, I like to identify. It's kind of like you need to do a diagnosis, and I'm sure you do the same thing, Greg, when you're helping them. But I like to identify and talk with them about, tell me about your buyer journey. What are you doing? What are the steps? What's happening? And just from them explaining, here's what we do here, and then we do this, and we take them to this, I'm usually able to identify 2, 3, 4 red flags from that process that I already know what the problems are likely to be and the solutions that need to happen in order to fix those problems. And so it's really kind of a straightforward diagnosis to understand where the issues are. But a lot of the issues come in that stage that you talked about of, hey, we've done a lot of work to generate some good leads. We've put a lot of money and effort into it. And now we've got these opportunities and we don't want to lose them. And it's really frustrating. I can tell you, a lot of people come to me and they say, hey, I feel like I'm doing something right on my demo, because they say this was nice, but then they never sign up. They ghost me. I follow up with them. They never get back to me. Why aren't they signing up? This is an amazing product. How come nobody is getting emotional about using it and getting started? And it's seriously one of the most frustrating things. I can feel the frustration when I talk with people who are looking into my services, and solving that is also one of the biggest reliefs, because it's one of those things where, like, we've done all this work on the product. We've got an excellent product. We've got great marketing that's getting people excited. If we can't figure this out, all of that work is for naught, and we're not ever going to get to our goals. And so once people do understand, we've put the right process in, we're getting people emotional, we're getting quick closes, it's like, oh, we can do this now. We can make it happen. And yes, of course, there's elation that you're going to get to an amazing valuation or get to your goals. But really, it's more relief that we're not going to have to fail. We're not going to have to be that also ran that nobody's ever heard of. Hey, it's Matt. I hope that tip really helped you. By the way, if you want more tips, I give you tons of free tips at tips.mattwolach.com. There's a link down below. You can go there and you can check out all the cool stuff you want. It's all totally free. I show you how to generate a whole bunch of leads, how to close deals, how to scale a sales team and manage that sales team effectively. That way you can grow your software business. If you want any of those stuff, definitely go to tips.mattwolach.com. You can also subscribe to the channel here. I post weekly certain specific topics on how you can create a successful sales process so you can start generating leads and closing deals really quickly. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time.